So now the issue is, so if these companies are hit with these large fines, we're gonna have to pay the price. Let's see exactly what's going on. Someone did mention medications coming in at it. Even with tomatoes, this is not usual. I mean, I know we be low over here in my parts of New Jersey, but hey fam, welcome back to another video. Y'all, today is already Saturday. Another week have flown by too fast. So yes, today is Saturday, so happy Saturday. We're officially doing our news, comments, and reports like we do every single Saturday. So this is Shauna, and I'm officially checking in over here at Moments with Us. You guys check in. Let us know where you are watching from and how you are doing. Let's jump right in and see what's going on. I know it's some news about some Dollar Tree already. Walmart got something going on, so y'all stay tuned. If you're new here and you enjoy these kind of updates, all you have to do is subscribe, press the notification bell, so you won't miss an upload. So let's go ahead and see what is going on. So U.S. regulators want to know what's up. They want to know, firstly, how did certain stores stay open during a pandemic versus why did other stores shut down? They want these stores to hand in their numbers, and basically they want them to explain like, hey, well, what have y'all been charging? What have y'all been buying? Something is not adding up. So here are some of the stores that's in the mix of, hey, y'all got to hand over y'all numbers because we want to know how is it that y'all stayed afloat versus other businesses that had to close down. Have y'all been overcharging customers? They want to know. All right, so U.S. regulators urge Congress to look into grocery profits. So, the U.S. Federal Trade Commission recommended Thursday that policymakers look further into profits at grocery store operators that remain elevated since the pandemic and promotions that consumer products makers offer retailers. So the FTC is also suing to block Kroger's acquisition of smaller grocery store rival Albertsons. So are they not like combining? Citing concerns, the deal would hike prices for millions of Americans. Y'all, what's going on? So Kroger and Albertsons, would they not be combining? Oh, what? So the FTC, they also launched a study in 2021 when it ordered Walmart, Kroger, Procter & Gamble, grocery wholesalers, and others to turn over detailed information relating to the supply chain crisis during the pandemic, which contributed to double-digit price increases on household necessities. I agree. So big box and chain stores secure limit resources. So basically they want to know more. They said if we end up finding that these type of practices violated any of the antitrust laws, including the Robinson-Patman Act, I'll be very interested in making sure we take a swift action. So it seems like they're coming for these bigger companies, suing them, hitting them with fines that's been happening during the pandemic, and getting some money back and making these stores pay. But the problem is, one of the issues is, though it seems right, hey, y'all been overcharging us during the pandemic and everything else. So now the issue is, so if these companies are hit with these large fines, we're going to have to pay the price. Just like that. They're still going to boost their prices up because now they're hit with larger fines. And that could introduce a bigger issue of more stores closing. So that's a major issue right there. But they are coming for these big box stores, like they say, even places like Walmart, Kroger, and Albertsons. They are trying to block that. Albertsons, I'm probably saying it right. They're trying to block that. That's something that's supposed to have been happening for about the past year or two now. They're still trying to block it because they're saying it's going to be more costly for Americans. So the Robinson-Patman Act of 1936 is a U.S. antitrust law preventing large franchises and chains from engaging in price discrimination against small businesses. So several representatives of smaller grocery operators spoke on the call saying that during the pandemic, they faced shortages of toilet paper. We've all seen it. Cleaning products. We've all seen it. pet supplies as manufacturers prioritize their biggest clients. So yeah, that's a major issue. So Walker and Kroger are among chains that went ahead and they made money during the pandemic. It was a true test of survival, they said, for a lot of customers. That's what someone at Piggly Wiggly did say. Walmart and Kroger, they did grow share from 2018 to 2022, but only modestly. So they're saying the pandemic is what caused stress to the supply chain, not the companies that the study selectively targeted. It is no surprise that the chamber value corporate profits more than everyday Americans' pocketbooks. So U.S. President Joe Biden has already taken aim at grocery chains this year. So let's say today's FTC report shows grocery retailers increased profits during the pandemic, of course, and have maintained or increased those margins even as their own costs have come down. So though their prices was coming down, ours were still going up. So you know what? We're going to actually go ahead and leave that right there where it's at. Walmart did not immediately respond for a comment. Yeah, we see that the reduction is spending harm traditional grocers that use a high-low pricing strategy with more frequent promotions, they're saying. So as mentioned, they're trying to find out, excuse me, have y'all been overcharging even though some of y'all prices come down? But it's the same thing with like, let's say the housing market. With, let's say, if you pay rent, even if like the landlord prices did come down, the moment that they went up on your rent during COVID, they're not coming back down, and that's just how it works. It's wrong. Yes, it's wrong. And we are going to keep seeing prices go up, unfortunately. It brings down, the stocking up, the prepping. Probably can't do as much, but if you can still, grab a little and a little and a little, so you won't have to face those higher prices in a, grocery shopping trip or whatever. It'll save you a few shopping trips. It definitely would. So Walmart. Let's see what else going on with them. So far, Walmart is shuttering 3 more U.S. locations, y'all. So Walmart will close 3 more U.S. locations, bringing a total to 6 in 2024 so far. That's ridiculous. The company cited financial underperformance as the reason for their decision. The company also closed at least 22 locations across 14 states last year. Walmart will close 2 more locations in California and 1 in Maryland, bringing the number of confirmed closures so far this year to 6. And trust me, it would be more. The closure also followed 1 in Ohio and a pair of stores in the San Diego metro area that it said did not meet financial performance expectations. They go ahead and say, we are grateful to the customers who have given us the privilege of serving them at our San Diego and El Cajon stores. We look forward to continuing to serve them at any of our Walmart locations across the area. Or, of course, you can shop on Walmart.com and through delivery to their home and or business. They also say Walmart wants more wealthy shoppers. So if you guys been in Walmart lately and you guys have not been noticing the renovations and the movement of items, trust me, you'll see them. Because even in my Walmart that I record every single week with the shortages and everything else, I've started to see changes, especially in the clothing area. So Walmart wants more wealthy shoppers. The retail giant is making renovations to its sales floors and its assortments of brands. So if I've seen, a Walmart that looked just like this. We went to a Walmart. It was nice. It looked just like a mall. So changes in the air at Walmart, and you may even be able to see it or feel it. That's because the retail giant is taking another shot at luring upscale shoppers with the posh makeover that includes blouses, blazers, and cargos. So another among the key changes, Walmart says it will upgrade its lighting, increases mannequin head count, reduce displays, and more notably, spotlight high-end products. That's what they're reporting. So they did have a call, and they said They plan to do 650 more remodels this year. So instead of feeling like you're going to Walmart, you're going to feel like you in a mall. You're going to want to go back. So they're saying they're actually trying to attract wealthier shoppers. That's something that they, kind of lacked in. And Walmart tried appealing to upscale consumers by selling organic food. And they said it didn't work, so they're going back to the basics. Though Walmart still will offer some organic options. So let's go ahead and see if we will see the changes across a lot of the Walmarts. If you guys already seeing the changes, check in and let us know if your Walmart started to look a little uppity. So Walmart CEO said that customers are willing to pay more for convenience. So retail sales are projected to grow between 2.5% and 3.5% in 2024. They're saying, I think an underlying trend that has really shown up and is with us, and I think is here to stay, is convenience. People are willing to trade off, in some cases, prices for things that are more convenient. So they're willing to spend more if it makes it more convenient for them. So being at Walmart is raised. I think they already raised the pay for their Walmart employees. I think I saw one company somewhere they're paying like $19 an hour in one Walmart so far. That's like the highest that I've seen so far. So being that they're upping the wages for the employees and they're making all of these changes around the store, so what happens is most of the time the prices do go up, and we do see it, whether it's in food, whether it's in home, whether it's in electronics. Somewhere around the store the prices do go up because we have to help pay for those changes and the increase of wages for their employees, basically. So expect to see certain things go up in price. Your next shopping trip, possibly. And it is what it is. But as you know, and I know, Walmart, of course, is not the cheapest place to shop anymore. Yes, I do still enjoy going to Walmart because I can get all my items in one store, at least most of the time. I don't mind substituting some items. But yes, Walmart, unfortunately, is not the cheapest place to shop anymore. Though they still get a lot of business, they're not the cheapest place. But it's about if you can get to those other cheapest places, It's about what works for you. But Walmart would be raising their prices. Hopefully it's not like by this much, Everybody gonna be raising their prices, and it's gonna continue to happen. So instead of by this much, maybe by like this much, because we can't handle those big price increases anymore. I think a lot of families just cannot handle it. This is getting out of hand. So warning about drinking water issued nationwide. So a warning about drinking water was issued nationwide this week over concerns about potential cyber attacks. So disabling cyber attacks are striking water and wastewater systems throughout the United States. These attacks have the potential to disrupt the critical lifeline of clean and safe drinking water, as well as impose significant costs on affected communities. So definitely watch out. We've been actually already saying the water is under attack. I mean, over here, I've been saying something up with the water. The water is under attack. It's definitely under attack. We are writing to describe the nature of these threats to request. Okay, hold on, y'all. And request your partnership on important actions to secure water systems against the increasing risk from and consequences of these attacks. So they're basically saying that the letter did go ahead and note that the Iranian government have executed several malicious cyber attacks against the U.S. infrastructure, such as drinking water systems. So yeah, definitely. In these attacks, cyber actors targeted and disable a common type of operational technology used at water facilities where the facility had neglected to change a default manufacturer password. Got to keep up with changing them passwords. So they went ahead and said the authorities were investigating an Iranian cyber attack on a water utility. And this happened in Pennsylvania. So they're basically saying that they're keeping an eye over it. But I believe, yeah, more is going to happen. And things are about to go down. There's just so many distractions. It's so hard to be like, hey, which way am I, supposed to look? But when you see things like this, and then we start to see the increase price in water shortages for those who are paying attention. Like I said, water filtration is going to be key regardless, or how much bottled water that you do stock up on. Water filtration will be key. But there's so much stuff that's really going on, and if you're not paying attention and you miss one little thing, just like that, you're not going to notice it until it actually happened. But I believe that we're preparing for, not we, but yeah, the U.S. knows something is definitely up. I think something just happened where basically, here we go. So the UN Security Council fails to pass the U.S. resolution calling for immediate ceasefire in Gaza. I know that there will also be like a partial government shutdown if they don't come up with an agreement for, the spending bill. So if we see that, there can be a possibility of certain funding that would not be available as well. I know that they're still having some issues with the border. They're saying that, let me see, if Congress fails to approve the legislation by midnight, operational funding would cease for some parts of the U.S. government, although the full impact would not be felt until the new work week begins on Monday. So we got to definitely, prepare for that. I know in recent disputes, the Democrats did join the Republicans so they can avoid the shutdown. They went ahead and said, okay, let's go ahead. Let's go to your side and let's sign this thing off just to avoid it. But if they can't meet in the middle, we can expect there to be a partial government shutdown. So Tyson been in the talk because people been saying they've been trying to basically get rid of the American workers and hire the illegal immigrants. So let's see exactly what Tyson had to say about this one. So Tyson is basically denying that they're hiring migrants. So Tyson Foods denies ditching American workers from Shutter, Iowa plant to hire migrants. Instead, aiming boycott. So people are boycotting Tyson right now. So in a statement, Tyson Foods said they wanted to set the record straight, and that they said that they are not asylum letting go American workers had been to basically hire asylum seekers. So they're saying that they are not hiring asylum seekers. That's what they're saying. It's false. It's not true. It's a lie. So campaigners have been urging consumers to stop buying their products due to a closure of plants and alleged efforts to hire asylum seekers. So conservatives on social media says the company is unpatriotic and have called for a boycott of Tyson and its various food brands. So meat and poultry giant Tyson Foods have denied laying off American workers, y'all. They're saying, no, we're not doing that. So campaigners had been urging consumers to stop buying their products due to a closure of plants in Iowa, Virginia, Arkansas, Indiana, and Missouri. They had said Tyson had been making efforts to hire asylum seekers in New York, offering $16.50 an hour wages and free immigration lawyers, accusing the company of ditching U.S.-born workers for cheaper migrant labor. Honestly, this have actually been a thing for a while. Like, this is nothing new. A lot of companies are hiring immigrants because they are working for cheaper, and that's just the truth. It's been happening for a while. So in a statement, the company did say in recent days, there has been a lot of misinformation in the media about our company, and we feel compelled to set the record straight. So any insinuation that we would cut American jobs to hire immigrant workers is completely false. But who knows? Any company would be willing to cut the cost and save money. That's any business. So tell me what y'all think. I just know lately I'll be seeing a whole lot more Tyson products on the shelves than usual. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, Tyson products been packed on the shelves. So many states do have to boost up the minimum wage. But what's happening is a place in California, I think it's McDonald's. We're gonna go ahead and cover that story. McDonald's, they're basically saying if we continue to raise our prices and we have to pay our employees more, they're either gonna lose customers, of course, because nobody gonna pay like what $15 for a burger and fries from McDonald's. I don't know how much it is in California, but I know California minimum wage, even for McDonald's employees, is gonna be like $20 or 20 something dollars. California high to begin with. So what's happening is this lady owned like 20 something McDonald's in Cali. So what she's saying is she can't even charge the amount to basically cover, what it is that she now have to pay her employees starting in April. So, it's kind of like she's in the middle of, having to raise prices to keep the restaurants running. Because other than that, she'll be losing. You got to make a profit somewhere. If you got to pay your employees more and everything else is going up, you take a loss if you don't raise prices, right? So let's go ahead and cover that story and see what they're talking about. So a California McDonald's franchisee says fast food would be unaffordable if she raised prices enough to cover the new $20 minimum wage. Yes. So a McDonald's franchisee says food would be too pricey if she raised prices to offset the $20 wages. You can't raise prices enough. That's basically what she's saying. So from April, California's minimum wage for fast food workers will be 25% higher than the general one. So yeah, people who work like at fast food restaurants, definitely is going to see an increase in their paychecks. But do we really get to see that increase, being that we're spending more money on everyday items just to get by? So a McDonald's franchisee in Los Angeles says that if she wanted to raise her prices to fully offset California's income and $20 minimum wage for fast food workers, her burgers and fries would definitely just be unaffordable. So I basically see some layoffs about to happen. People are definitely about to go from full-time to part-time real fast if she have not already started implementing that. Well, just like a whole bunch of other business owners over there. Definitely going to be some layoffs and some hours being cut. So Carrie, who owns 21 McDonald's restaurants in Cali with her sister, told KTLA 5 News that she'll be taking a profit hit from the new legislation. Putting up menu prices is not the only thing that we're doing, because the truth of the matter is you can't raise prices enough, she said. It would definitely be unaffordable. There are cost savings that we can do behind the scenes, of course. I wonder what that is. And other ways to be more efficient, but this means less profitability for us, and we will absorb that. We will take less. So like Carrie said, there are cost savings that can be done behind the scenes, whether it's letting go employees, whether it's shrinking your meals, because y'all know they got rid of most restaurants, franchises, got rid of dollar menu items. They're like, that's phased out. You're either getting a bundle deal. They changed that up, I think, at Wendy's. You're either getting a bundle meal. There's no dollar items. Simple as that. Even when we went to BJ's, if y'all missed that last BJ's video, I stopped by Dunkin' Donuts and I asked, like, hey, how much is it for one donut? Y'all know what this lady told me? She told me $2.02 for one donut. So, yes, cutting the cost behind the scenes, that sounds more so like laying off a whole bunch of employees. But guess what? The employees that's left would have to take that. They would feel it, because then their job become more complicated and harder. They would have to take on a role of another position for that $20 pay. So the minimum wage for fast food workers in Cali is going up to $20 an hour starting April 1st. 25% more than the state's general minimum wage. The state's fast food council can raise it up to 3.5% each year, depending on inflation. So the legislation, especially in its original form, which would have allowed for a 2023 minimum wage of up to $22 an hour, has faced backlash from fast food giants who says it will force them to raise prices or face a profit hit. Also, a Fat Burger franchise owner in Cali previously told Business Insider that he was cutting workers' hours. Let's get to it. They're cutting workers' hours, scrapping employee vacation, and raising the menu prices by 8 to 10% at his 4 restaurants to offset the impacts of the legislation. Analysts say the price hikes could put some diners off fast food. But they add that it's expected to drive up wages for staff in other hourly occupations, such as retail workers, which in turn would give them more disposable income to spend on fast food. Yeah, you know what? It is what it is. So I think New Jersey definitely went up on their minimum wage as well. It's not by much. New Jersey is one of the states whose minimum wage stayed at like $8 and change per hour for a long time. And I think a little bit after the pandemic, they finally boost their minimum wage up to like $10. We live in Jersey. Okay, you want a one bedroom, you're spending like 18. And if you want a luxury one bedroom, you're spending like 25 to 28 for a one bedroom. Yes. When I say 28, I mean $2,800. Okay. That don't count utilities. I don't see any apartments, houses, or whatever in my parts of New Jersey where anything is included but garbage and I think sewer line water, and that is it. Yeah, so cutting the cost or get cut from your job. Simple as that, right? There was something else. Let's see. So when it comes down to the lunar eclipse, so many people are like, they really up there. Some people are afraid. Some people are preparing. Some people are saying it's biblical. So someone did come through and share last week. Our school announced that we will have a half day on the lunar eclipse, April 8th. This is the first day back to school from spring break. They cite it's for our safety. We are located in North Carolina, so it's not directly in the path. I've seen where other school districts are closing school in Ohio and in Texas. The biggest red flag I saw was an article about stocking up on gas and having 2 weeks worth of food close to the event. So you guys check in. Let us know what's going on in your area as far as the eclipse go. Are schools shutting down? What's really going on? What do you think about the whole April 8th lunar eclipse? It happens, from time to time. But this time around, yeah, the government is definitely telling these people to stock up. But of course, because if you want to go to the store that day or that day before, it's going to be a lot of traffic because tourists are touring. Of course, anywhere where you go and it's a large crowd, you just never know. They're saying, people can possibly be out to basically plan some type of attack on people who are in the large crowd. So there's a lot of things that's going around. Me, I'm going to be in the house. So for me, I'm all right. I'm going to be home. I'm going to be chilling, just home. So what are y'all going to be doing April 8th? We're going to leave this video right here where it's at. Hopefully it have informed someone of something today. If it did and you're new here, all you have to do is subscribe. And if you've been here before, of course, thank you so much for coming back. Today is Saturday and it rained all day. And I mean all daggone day and heavy too. We got the water in the basement going. Oh my God, it's just a hot mess. But gladly we do have that sub pump. We got that up and going too. So just in case, hopefully we don't get flooded down there. So it is what it is. I want to thank you all for tuning in into today's video. Hopefully you all have an amazing weekend. This is Shauna and I'm officially checking out from Moments With Us. Make sure you all stay prepped, stay blessed, stay safe. Most of all, remain beautiful queens and kings. Definitely y'all stay safe. Peace.